gonna start. There we go. Board. Alright, hello and welcome everybody. Sorry for the late start. Spending time with the old fam. Thank you, son.
You're welcome.
You have a lovely night.
Good night.
Where'd my blankie go? No, my blankie's under my... way under here. Oh, maybe I was covering my footses up. I don't know. Anyway. Allegedly, Shu was going to join us at some point. I'm not sure. Maybe he's already here. Looks like it, actually. Titan, welcome. Alrighty then. So nobody is DDO streaming right now, is that correct? No, and nor is anyone supposed to be. Alright, let's raid DDO stream then. Alright. All by yourself. Alright, so we see if Shu's got his act together. Alright, looks like we've successfully raided DDO stream. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. But your PC is not down. I know. I do not know. My invitation to Shu has expired. Alright, let's add Shu then. Words. And then we'll also send out a tweet just to Ray. Make sure that she knows we're live. Live girl. Alright, so Shu's over there. I guess we'll start with a quick rundown of the build as per kind of the usual planning here. I know I'm like rushing my way through all the things. And I a little bit apologize for that, but unfortunately that's just how things are. So we got this weird like paladin wizard hybrid going on. Going deep into, well, not super deep, but reasonably deep into Eldritch Knight. Mostly for the defensive qualities, which is pretty stout. Then we're going reasonably deep into Harper Agent for the ability to get stuff done, which also is working out pretty well. We picked up a couple of points in Sacred Defender and a little bit over here Knight in the Chalice. And I don't really see much more reason to go deep into Knight in the Chalice, to be really honest. A little bit more in the Sacred Defender, probably pretty reasonable. But we'll just have to play that by ear. And we may go a little bit into Thief Acrobat. We may go a little bit into Mechanic Rogue. I'm honestly not sure where we want to go exactly. So we're just kind of faking it till we make it. Faking it till we make it. DDO Deep Reap, thanks very much for the host. I appreciate you. And we're gonna get started. Where's Shu? Still no Shu. Still no Shu at all. Alright, well, I'm not gonna wait too long. We're gonna get started. Let's figure out something to do while we wait for Shu. Anything awesome going on in the old adventure pile over here? I imagine not. Seems like an odd one. Yeah, no, nothing really spectacular occurring over there. Alright. Something is also very wrong and weird. It's interesting. Alright, well. Still no shoe there. Still no shoe in Discord. I'm not sure what else to do, so. So when in doubt, get some XP. Alright, we are level 8. Picking up things, picking up like 6s right now, which is kind of gross. I'd like to be doing 7s. We were holding these, like, this stuff for shoe. And we ran a tier to con earlier, and that was brutal, like super brutal. I don't want to start the pit necessarily, although it's probably fine to do. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go start the pit. That'll give Shu a nice long quest to like get back into. And everyone loves the pit. Who doesn't love the pit? I don't know. If you don't love the pit, you ain't no friend of mine. Alright, do we have enough resources for that? Probably not. So what else do we need to go do the pit? Assuming we have these two for healing. What else do we really need? I do like the idea of a little bit more self-healing supplies, but yeah, you know what? Maybe we're fine. Maybe we have everything we need. Maybe we're in lovely shape, darling. Alright. So how many of you are super familiar with the pit? Hopefully everyone, at least is cursorily familiar with the pit. I'm just going to start one skull in case Shu never shows up. It's kind of like the girls that never came in Euro Trip, right? I watched the gay porno once. The girls never came. I was halfway done with it before I realized it. So we're going to do the pit Samius style. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of step through it like a drunk tour guide. We're going to proceed by going up this ramp. Yay! Level 26. Congratulations. And we're going to fall down. And we're going to go up again. Alright, right here is the valve. We want to, very careful where we stand, activate that sucker. We're going to be facing oozes and probably more than a little bit of troglodytes here. Oh, that's not what we wanted. We did not want to see a plague reaper while we got to deal with this. Oh, already taking a beating. Already taking a huge beating because of that plague reaper. Let's jump back out here. Summon our hirelings. And get our, my goodness, on. There we go. Double champ. So that right there is the reason why we splashed 3 levels of wizard. For shenanigans like that, boys. I'll turn my background music up slightly. Hopefully you guys can hear it. Come on, blow up. Gotta spend a little bit of time with the family today. I streamed a little bit extra earlier today. Some HOTS with Witty. But then I needed to make up that time. So I'm using a combination of weapons. Right now the Keen Scimitar is my primary weapon here. I've Festival Icy Bursted. It is Keen 1. It is Spell Sword Acid 1. So I mean it's got a lot of little doodads on it. We're going to switch to our Featherfall item. I'm not the world's biggest fan of Featherfalling in this quest. But it does make life a little bit easier. We also had a Mux Doom that we were using earlier that we've force damaged. We haven't red slotted yet. I should probably pick a red slot to go in that thing. We also have a Spectral Dagger. And we have a Sunblade. And the Sunblade probably should get a... little bit of a perk here. Alright, so we're going to put those guys right here. Usually one of these things will turn into something kind of scary. Although it doesn't look like that's going to be a problem today. I mean, I really can't think of a much better weapon to wear at level, or use at level 8, unless we're already all in the Vishanti Knife Fighter tree. In which case, then the Nightforged Stiletto is way better. Especially if you already have Keen. Or not Keen, Extended Critical. Then that thing is just like the crit machine. They should be on still mode. That's a reasonable ding in the face there. Alright, so we have 5 minutes left on our shield spell, so pretty reasonable shape. So crazy jumps. Light bear and little son of a beach. Perfect. We'll get healed up here. Is that it? That's all you got for me? You don't have anything else? There we go. I need to examine. I've been wanting to look at like crafting something from the you gonna come up here, please? Right. Well, it doesn't look like this Famine Reaper wants to go up there to us. We'll go down to it. I've been meaning to put together something from, what is it called? Tomb of Elemental Evil? But I've yet to get around to it. And I don't know what I would build as like my low level item of choice. Whoa! Alright, now we gotta wait. So gross. So some of my keys apparently are sticking a little bit. That's not ideal when running the pit. Don't try jumping on that. That's a trap. This is our current stat. Captain Paladin ho. This is usually where I get the, what are you doing? Your build is whack. It is. My build is definitely something way wacky. But that's why people tune into this channel. Alright. The other thing to keep in mind is our blue levers over here. Over here. I am not a drow anymore. I am a gnome like God intended. This is where Shu makes like 14 gnome puns in a row. All about you know what I mean. Yes, Shu, we all know what you mean. We're not going to loot this chest yet. We'll wait for see if Shu shows up, as well as anybody else. So, that being said, if you'd like to join us on the Saluna server and you like the pit, let us know. Feel free to join us. That's what all the cool kids are doing nowadays. The pit. Alright, one of you heal us. The other one of you give us bard songs. Come on. Alright, well, we'll put you both on don't attack mode then. Alright, 2 of the security traps. So the secret to the pit is knowing how to maneuver your way around. Most people can figure this part out so far, right? You run to the very top of the pit. You solve the simple light the corners like the center map, and then they get lost, right? The map is useless, blah blah blah. The map is not useless. So the first thing to keep in mind is the map is basically divided in half along whether or not it's next to this pillar or this pillar, right? These are the 2 big pillars. The furnaces have little flames on them and on this corner. And yeah, the rest of these symbols on the map you can kind of learn, but I usually just learn the path. So now we're going up to the furnaces. Also, any place you're not supposed to be will be pink. The furnaces are the only one that has 3 lights above them because there's 3 different rooms, and it'll show you which ones you've done. And almost everything can be found by going up and down this one ramp. So I've gone all the way up to this ramp. This is the end. These 2 nozzles are the end. So if we didn't find what we wanted by there, we'll turn around, we'll jump over here, and ta-da! The next room you want to go will be this like yellowish color. That's how you know where we want to go. Alright. Traps will be real in here, boys. These guys do not mess around. They are the real deal. Can I get that bard song now? So the answer is no. Give me haste then. There's almost always a really nasty champion right here at the beginning. So watch yourself. Also, I tend to go over here and get started on this right away. Don't. That is a trap. Come around over here. There will be a spell casting caster. That walks around and he will see you and he is not pleasant. Oh, and another one. Alright, so we need to come down here. Alright. Come here, Fear Reaper. You gotta always be making shit difficult, don't you? You want some Twitch cheers, Samius? I love Twitch cheers. I love all the things, all the different ways people can support the stream. But I always say, do whatever you can, what you want to. I'm just grateful you guys are here watching the stream. We're going to be working on getting the Patreon up and running pretty soon. And there's a whole series of rewards on the Patreon pretty soon. So basically, I end up doing these by process of elimination. Because I know what some of them are. How much do I get for 100 bits? That correlates to $1, but Twitch takes 50%. Which is why for most donations, the Gamer for Good link is a little bit better. And because they take, I think, 6%. And Patreon will be much better once it's up and running because they only take 5%. So if you would like to wait until, you know, if you'd like to support the stream until next, hopefully by next week we'll have it all finished setting up. I know a lot of people get, bits by watching. I'm about 80% positive that one's H. That seems like a reasonable percentage, right? This one's Pac-Man Ghost. The one... No, I don't... Urgh. I always get orange and yellow mixed up in my brain. Always. It's so weird. Of course, you guys are also welcome to join me on the voice chat, discord.me/SamusGarobo. You may have to say something in the red is gun. Why certain ones stick out and other ones are completely lost to me, I don't know. Why also are we still wearing this? Alright, so by process of elimination, this one is either I or H. Oh, looks like I was correct. But a lot of people get bits from watching commercials and ads and things. I've not figured that out. I've never managed to get anything by watching anybody's anything. I've done some stuff that looked like they were going to give me bits for watching them, and then they didn't. So I don't understand it. All this torn finagled technology is just too weird for my old man brain to process. This chest I don't think she will come down for. Might go to the furnace chest. Furnace chest is pretty easy and safe. I forget how many subscribers I have to get the next tier of emotes. But I bounce back and forth around like 10 and 11, 9 and 11, somewhere in that ballpark. One of these days it'd be nice to get that solidified and stable. Now we're going back to the second furnace. So again, the second furnace is on, you know, this, we came from over here, right? And we kind of ran over and then we danced down to the furnaces. Check our shield. Shield looks good. I don't see anything scary again. Maybe we got lucky and all the Reapers have now already been spawned and killed for the quest. Ha 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 ha! Yeah, right. this before I'm thinking about it. I usually get this at the end, but pull it now while we're thinking about it. So how was everybody's weekend? Was it good? An excellent holiday and all that? Oh, I missed. Oh. Did I let my jump spell elapse? Not sure what I did there. Usually that's not a problem. Lonely but relaxing. Alright, we'll go ahead and put our Featherfall on. I usually, again, I don't... There are certain places where Featherfall is important in this quest. The rest of the time it just gets in the way. Yeah, you told me that they were at a con or something, right? BabsCon, My Little Pony. Yeah, there are times I wish I was a brony. At times. Alright, so I'm not going to try doing this optional. I could. It's not that big of a deal, but it's a pain. A pain that I don't feel like dealing with right now. There you go, John DeLance. I'm not good with names. Not good with a great so very many things. Alright, so now we're going to the Power Breakers. This is the closest thing I do to what some people might consider hinky. In which case, if it's hinky for you, please look away. Because we're doing it this way. I should go black screen while I do it. But we won't. They could fix it if they wanted to. Alright, again, everything is on this ramp. We do not leave this ramp. Oh, we're here. Get out our ooze breakers, heart takers. So, normally you can pull these levers. But if you know what you're doing. Again, this is the closest thing you'll get to me doing an exploit-y type thing. There's a sweet spot where you can use the lever. Come here, oozes. We'll get you got. Well, I have the high ground, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. There's a hole in the force field. See it? You can see it. It's right there. It's a little bitty hole. Little bitty hole in the force field. If you stand just right, you can make it work. Let's call these guys up here. Can I get a song now? Has it been long enough since I got a song? No, you wanker. This lever, or this door, we will clean out. Woo. Oh. Just infinitely punished right there. We'll grab our we don't care about your ooze status weapon. Alright, so Ellery actually has a couple options. We could res her. We can just leave her. We can dismiss her. I'll probably just run her to a shrine. We're going to go right next to a shrine. So the main control room is what I call the Energon Cube at the bottom of the quest. Right? So the Energon Cube is next to the shrine. Which is right here because it's next to this. So this is the Energon cube. Let's see if it looks like a little cube. It's got 4 little puzzles around it. If you can picture the room, you can usually kind of picture what the thing is. Right? So we're going to turn on our Featherfall. We're going to Featherfall this away. Ah! Of course, you don't have to be Featherfalling. In fact, normally I wouldn't. But I want to have the map up while I talk to you guys. Ellery can come to life. Come to life. You can sing me the bloody song of my people. Ellery, before you shrine, why don't you instead just heal yourself? Excellent. Good girl. Alright, we have our quarterstaff out, but we are not hopefully going to have to use it very much. Hopefully we'll be able to use our pig sticker mostly. Usually 2 oozes right here. Alright, again we'll make sure we're freedomed. Oh, what a beating. I'd like to have another death ward right here. I guess, no, yeah, no, it's at level 9. Level 9 for freedom boots. Check the rest of our buffs. We have shield spells out, so we're going to just go ahead and rebuff everything. Doesn't cost that much. We will get plenty of souls as we continue through Reaper mode. Just one of the the strengths of a wizard right now. Is especially if you're soloing. Let's get on our other stick. Come on, don't pop my shield. Don't pop my shield. Dang it, you popped my shield. Alright. Alright, time to call the helpers in. I want to be careful calling the helpers down because they will indiscriminately kill. They will kill. Let's have you protect him. Oh man, helps to have your brain on. Gotcha. Gotta watch out for the preachers when you're on your own. And then also do your best to fight oozes not on the puzzle. You can do it, but it becomes a pain. Alright. Nope, I saw a tail of an ooze. Where'd it go? Come on, Ice Soul, get out of here. You want to be careful as well to make sure you don't... When you split oozes, you get chances to make Reapers. You don't want that. Excellent. Bard is singing another Bard song at us. I think this is a straight... Come on, turn. The most important thing you can do if you are with a group is to try to get a screenshot with everyone in front of the Energon Cube. It's so good. It's literally an adorable picture. Y'all stand here, y'all say cheese. We're not going to worry about that today. Alright. Always make sure that we have the aggro and not hirelings. Use those Waz skills. Don't take damage in Reaper mode. That you can avoid with some Waz ability. Alright, then we'll go slap our hirelings back over here. Where no one can hurt them. Right. And we're hasted up. So we're going to leave this. We're going to stay on this ramp. We're going to run past the furnaces, right? And then we're going to hit the bilge pumps, because everything is on this ramp. Everything is on this ramp. Keep that in mind. The ramp in front of the furnaces is the key to the quest. And if you run to the top or the bottom of the dungeon and you did not get to the location, then you're not on the right ramp. You somehow messed up. Go find the furnaces and run up and down that ramp again. The only exception is when you jump back down because you reach the top and you look around and you want to go down. That's the only time. And even then, everything is on that ramp. Man, I was really expecting Shu by now. Again, if you'd like to join me on the Sarlona server, you're welcome to do so. Just doing 1 Skull Reapers right now when Shu shows up, or, you know, somebody who's comfortable with it. We'll probably kick it to 2 Skull Reapers. And if you are not that comfortable with Reaper mode, that's okay. It's an excellent time to get some much needed Reaper experience. Hey, Raspberry's here listening.
Yes, I am.
Well, look at you. How was your trip home?
It was super busy, and I was fighting a cold all weekend. I don't know if you can hear that.
No, you sound good. You always sound good, though.
Aw, thanks, darling.
Aw, you know it. Is my bard going to cast songs on me? Doesn't look like it, dirty traitor.
You are in the pit.
I am in the pit. And I'm also level 8.
Nice. I think I have a level 8.
I've heard a rumor. Alright, so we're going to leave and we're going to the 3rd furnace, which is down the ramp. We know that because we just ran past it and everything is on this ramp. I can't say it enough to get people drilled into their heads that everything is up and down this one ramp in the pit. Everything important. I bet if you run up and down this one ramp in the pit, you'll find my soul. Or at the very least, a testicle.
You just finished the Barbarians puzzle.
I finished what I call the Energon Cube. What did you call it?
You're turning on the bilge pumps. I call that the Barbarians puzzle.
Oh, I see. Yeah, even the Barbarian can figure that one out, right?
Yep, kill a bunch of trogs and then turn the thing. Hey.
I see how it is. Pretty lady shows up in the chat. Boom! There he is. Just Samus? Oh, I don't know how to use the voice chat. Welcome, Titan. Why are we slowed? Ah, that's why, because we got a damn Reaper in here.
So do you do the third furnace in just the one hoppity hop, or do you actually do all the hoppity hops?
It depends on what happens, but I do my best to do it in one. But for whatever reason, big vertical jumps is where my game tends to like play the lag game. I don't know if everybody has that problem, or if it's just me. But it doesn't seem to matter which computer I'm on either. Come on.
It's particularly that jump too.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're not quite gonna make that.
My theory is there's like an instance divider, like somewhere in that like blow up area.
Oh, maybe.
You shift like parallel universes, and that's why you lag when you're going up that high.
Oh, there it is. We got it. Boop. So we wanted to, if we can, we want to jump onto this pipe. And then this pipe lets us kind of run around and do everything that we want to do. Boop. Yeah, they didn't block it. It's the same it's always been. It's just a little screwy. There would have to be a major XP thing with the pit before. Also, always go for this smoke. Alright, come here. Throw the fireballs. Alright, and there's the third furnace. So, if anyone's going to join me, now is the time. Now is the time. Because we are going to go to the bottom. Totally not necessary to do now, but I like doing it in order. A lot of people like to do it at the end, but I feel like sometimes you can screw up the end fight and then die. And at least you took a shot at the Muck's Doom chest. Now, other than the fact that if you stick to the one ramp, you will basically find your way through the quest and you'll never get lost. It's either, whatever you're looking for is either up and down that ramp. The second most important thing I can tell you about the pit is right here. It's where to fall to get down to the bottom. There are many places that you can fall. There's one good spot to fall. Ooh, I'm getting my bard song. And it's right here, outside of the pit. Alright? You see this little pillar? You want to fall on that corner. You want to fall right there. You want to auto run up against it even, basically. You want to be right in that corner. If you're right in that corner, bloop, you will not spawn the nasty bad oozes. And therefore, life is good. Oh, this is bad. Let's turn that off. Turn that back on because it is good. Let's see. Raspberry Titan. Raspberry, did you want to jump in? Too late? Too early for you?
I'm actually meal prepping.
Okay.
I napped longer than I should have, so I'm starting late tonight.
I was just getting ready to open the Muck's Doom chest. That is all.
Good luck.
I got nothing. I got pooped on. Which is...
And you didn't wait for me to bless the chest.
I didn't wait for anyone to bless the chest. I knew I was... It was not time for me to pull anything. It was my time to be pooped on. So I had a weird shower thought. By the way, everybody, this is Samus After Dark, where I tend to be a little bit more Samus-y than usual. I realize we're on DDO stream as well, but I'll try to keep it clean for little ears, but this is adult content all the time. So if you have something you'd like to talk about, feel free to put it in the chat. Just try to use relatively clean language. But I was in the shower today after the gym. Let me rewind. I went to the gym. I went to the restroom for a long bio, and then I took a shower. And while I was in the shower, I thought to myself, man, there is nothing better. This is that same ramp that runs right by the furnaces. Once again, telling you that everything that you want is right here on this ramp. I was in the shower and I was thinking, man, there's very few things on the world better than a poo and a shower after going to the gym. And then it dawned on me, I was wrong. There's something 100% better than a poo, a shower after going to the gym. Any guesses to what it may be? It is wildly inappropriate and adult in nature. No, it's a blumpkin and a shower. Clearly. Alright. And now people are... Ew! Alright, we're going to summon our Hirelings right here. In the relative safety of up on this perch. I'll redo all of our buffs.
This is kind of...
Huh?
For me, the best thing after a workout is an ice bath.
Ice bath, wow. Sounds cool.
Literally, yeah. It's pretty chill.
Oh, I'm the punny one here, girl.
Just because you're a dad doesn't mean you're the only one that can tell dad jokes.
Oh my goodness. It's probably true. Alright. Yeah, I've never tried that. To be fair, I've never tried an
ice bath?
An ice bath after the gym.
Playing sports growing up. So you'd be like, I'd be at like an elite training camp or whatever I'd be going to. And in the middle of the day, we'd all have to strip down to our skivs and jump in the little kiddie pool full of cold water and ice and submerge up to our shoulders for 15 minutes. And it's just like, I hated it then, I still hate it now, but nothing like just feels so good.
Can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Yeah, very much.
Nothing feels quite so good, huh?
I thought it wasn't working earlier.
No, we heard you the whole time.
Yeah. No, nothing feels as good as like...
You need to say something, though.
We did. I said hello. And then I taunted you without mercy. Anyway, to continue without interruption, nothing feels quite so good.
No, it's just like, especially now that I'm like rehabbing this ACL tear. So like just dumping ice into the bathtub, getting into an ice bath, it's just like letting everything cool off, and it helps the swelling. It keeps me from getting sore the next morning. It just like, it's like the cherry on top of the dessert that is my workout.
So what you're telling me is it's a blumpkin of your post-shower. See?
Oh no, this is pre-shower. This is
pre-shower
like...
blumpkin. Oh my goodness. Well, that's yes,
like...
pre-shower, of course.
You gotta do the workout, like the hard workout to the point where like you're shaking, you can barely drive home. You get home, do the ice bath, and then like once you're all shivering and stuff, you get out, you wait a little bit, let that sink in, and then you take like a relaxing shower, and like it just makes the shower feel so much better. Like you truly earned this shower. You've earned this cleanliness.
I don't know. It sounds a little frosty.
So I have experienced a little science with water and temperature. It's if your body is cold on the inside, the heat, just a little warm, feels like it's steaming hot. I do like that though.
That is true. That is true. Can we call that science? You know what? We'll throw it to him. Oh, good. We'll call it science.
I mean, it is science.
I don't know. I also get that same sensation when I'm sick, so, and it's less pleasant then. Which is apparently what happened to me last week. For those of you who are interested, I was super running a fever, to the point where the wife brushed past me in the kitchen and like was concerned that I had burned myself or something. She's, you know, I'm just that hot. Why are we not landing this jump today, kids? Getting annoyed. Jump! Is it the fatigue? No. Your jump spell's still on for 5 minutes. Come on. This is getting awkward. Really don't want to have to range this thing. It'll take forever.
Well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some food real quick.
Ah! I'm hungry too. What are you bringing me? Some effing ponchos?
I think I'm gonna go to Taco Bell. It's through the drive-thru.
Ah, I didn't know that you needed to use the restroom that bad. It's my secret.
I get it.
It's my secret. I go to Taco. What are you talking about? I go to Taco Bell when I'm stuffed up, and when I have a tummy ache and I need to puke, I go to McDonald's. Truth. Those are life hacks by Master Liver at Life. Can you be a master at living? You know what? Screw it. I'm a master liver. I process alcohol like nobody's business.
Samius, you're just dodging those spells like a ninja.
Well, I'm a wizard, boy. Alright, what are we missing? Here we go.
I bet that caster's like, God, why are none of my spells hitting you?
No, he knew. He knew. He's a wizard too.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Freaking definitely one of those for sure. Alright, so we want to make sure that we have our freedom again. We're going to make damn sure we have our night shield protection. And we're going to go whoops. Let's see, we definitely have a champ. What scary ass champ do we have? A Shadow Mark champ. No big. Continue to ninja the spells here. Oh, we missed one. We missed an important one. Got champ debuffed hard. So one of the secrets about champions is why they're really tough. They have terrible saves. So you can get away with stuff like this, even though your DCs are not necessarily the greatest, and still get them. Ooh, I think we'll go back for a heal though. She heals us. She heals us. She heals me. Alright, let's try this again. Shadow marked Mother Trucker. That's what I thought. Get out of here. Wow, we finished the whole quest with no shoe? Was not expecting that.
He's probably busy with stuff.
Well, he messaged that he was going to be free tonight. And no other takers. Interesting. Let's see. We have our cloak on. I don't have like a big XP potion or anything like that, so 44,000 XP. How much Reaper XP? 356. Not the worst. Not the worst. And we still have a chest in a couple of rooms. I think we saved a chest. The only one I actually care about right now is the first furnace room, which again, when we look at our map, it's next to this pillar. It's got 3 lights. They're all green because we've done all 3 sections of them. Excellent. Whew. So we'll see how late we can manage to go tonight. I definitely feel the migraine starting to proc a little bit. There's definitely something right back here. That's causing a pull that's doing something. So we'll have to see. Seems to me a lot better when it's sitting. Evil Squeegee is now auto-hosting me for up to 8 viewers. Thank you, Evil Squeegee. I apologize for not seeing that earlier. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Great deal. Cold Iron Vorpal Pick of Stunning 5. That's interesting. I don't think it's good, but it's interesting. I didn't check the time, but we have 7 minutes left on our buffs, so not an unreasonable pace for being by ourselves. We ran out our hire. What do we want to do next? We are level 8. We can go to Gwyland's Stand. It's one of my favorites. Let me gather our bard. What? Did I end up on the 2nd floor somehow? This is not where I parked my car. So, here's my dilemma, Raspberry. I'm hungry. My son was supposed to make the pork chops and the bratwurst, which are very healthy alternatives to the other things that I want to eat tonight. Because my wife has both half of a cheesecake in the refrigerator and 3/4 of an ice cream cake. So now I'm
healthy alternatives.
So now I'm trying to decide which of these things am I going to have to wait for to eat.
What's quicker?
Well, I'd probably have to actually cook some of the other things. I don't have a ice cream cup. Ice cream cake is pretty much just milk, perfectly healthy. I think there's a lot of sugar in that cake. There's also a reasonable amount of sugar in the brats. But honestly, there's not nearly as much as people think. But to be honest, if I were to eat the cheesecake, because it's so rich, I would probably eat significantly smaller portion. But then I'll just be hungry still. My friend Travis is an idiot. He's out there in his flip-flops and his shorts walking in the snow Love him, but he's an idiot. Alright, what do we want to do next? I want to save iron mines and stuff for Shu, but if he doesn't show up, I'm gonna run myself out of XP. Let's see, we can do a bounty hunter, that's quick. So bounty hunter, Gwylan stand are both good options. Of course, we can do the last Delira's quest as well. Well, the second to last. Let's bounty hunter, I guess. Just because it doesn't take very long. I'm gonna make a decision. Where's Load Beef, and why isn't he here asking me an annoying question? What would Dewey Cox eat? Dewey Cox. I have to Google who Dewey Cox is. Was that the... I've never seen this movie. I don't know, he looks like a guy who... would probably order a pizza, like half a pizza, from like a 24-hour gas station. And then like a bowl of cocaine. You want me to eat a bowl of cocaine? I don't know where I'd get cocaine. Ray, do you know where you'd get cocaine? Ray's like the cabinet.
I'm a good girl. Unfortunately, I don't know the answer to that question.
I wouldn't know where to get cocaine. I live in Kansas. I could probably find a crack dealer by yelling, crack! Oh, sorry, not crack. Meth! Did I nail it? Did I nail it in one? Was that it? Was that the answer? Oh, man. I'm trying to think what else I even have.
Fruits and vegetables is always a good idea.
I don't think I have any fruits and vegetables right now. Also, this is my last meal of the day. So, most people have already eaten, you know, their 3 meals for the day. I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. I've eaten 2 meals. I have some Atkins Insta-meal thingy drinks. But that was the last thing I ate before I got really sick. So I'm a little bit hesitant to pull the trigger on one right now. I also have duck eggs, which is the other last thing that I ate right before I got really sick. Let's see. I have a can of hash. Remington would probably kill me if I eat the last of the hash. Or not the last, but open up the hash. Or he'd wake up hungry. One of the two. Probably both. Are you a big corned beef eater? People? I love corned beef. I could eat corned beef every day.
Ugh, just like thinking about it is like making me gaggy.
Oh, so good. That's how I know my Irish genes are strong.
I'm meal prep picture taken. So I'm like,
So you don't want to hear about how for like the last 2 days, I've eaten basically nothing but corned beef?
no, I don't want to chunder on my meal prep because it's actually a really nice meal prep.
Alright, so we got our iron key. And we let the woman go. That's sweet iron key. If you're not interested in treasure or optional experience, which I'm not really in the mood for either in this quest, that's the only key you need. Just that one. Redo these. I probably didn't need that freedom, but I feel like I'd rather be on the safe side. Save 4 minutes for 7,000 XP. And 171 Reaper XP, of course, plus VIP and whatnot. So pretty good. Pretty effing good. So, I take it that means you have to consume additional protein if you're not a meat eater. What is your preferred protein?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm a meat eater.
But not the best meat.
No, that's subjective, and we're behaving on this stream.
I didn't say that. I said we got to keep our language clean.
Okay, well, we're keeping the language clean. No, I am very much a carnivore. I love steak, and my dad hunts, so I get a lot of moose and deer meat and elk meat that I eat. But yeah, obviously not the best meat in your opinion.
Oh, man. Every time I eat one, I have one. I just want to go back in time, find the inventor, and kiss them right on their mouth.
What possessed somebody to make this though?
To corn? Because they wanted to have food on long ocean voyages.
I don't know. It just foods like this baffle me. Cause I'm like, where did this idea come from? Like eating oysters. Who decided to slurp the snot out of the clam?
Well, first of all, they probably watched an otter do it and were hungry, and they went, well, if the otter can do it. And then they went, oh man, this is delicious.
Or they didn't die, so they just kept on doing it.
You don't like oysters either?
I don't like seafood.
Oh, that's right. You told me you don't like seafood.
I'm a picky eater.
Not seafood. Not generally, unless you get ocean oysters. It's usually river food. I know. I love a mussel. Mussels are so good. Alright, so our quarterstaff is our... I always get asked what I have here. So our quarterstaff is our catch-all weapon. It is Ghost Touch of Everbright, and it has to be +1, because otherwise Ghost Touch doesn't work. Right? That's why I pull it out for all sorts of things that we don't want to have to deal with. It's bludgeoning, so it doesn't split oozes generally. It doesn't care about rust monsters. Is it the bestest weapon ever? No, but it is an excellent all-purpose weapon that everyone's proficient in. It gives you an opportunity to do something useful. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Other than tomatoes, I don't think there's a food that I don't like. Or at least I'm not willing to eat some. I'm not a big fan of sour cream. Like if you want rotten milk on your plate, can't you find something else?
I wasn't a fan of sour cream when I was a kid, but now that I'm older, I love it.
Yeah, I guess I've never outgrown that. Wow, we just don't have any muscles, do we? We do not. Do we have any armor we can just toss out? Yeah, we do. Get out of here. I know. I'm not a sour cream guy. Not a tomato guy. But I love tacos. They don't have sour cream or tomatoes. Those aren't even tacos, Samus. Yes, they are.
Those are totally tacos. I don't like tomatoes either, unless they're like put into a pasta sauce. It has to be a really good pasta sauce, and they can't be slimy, chunky tomatoes.
Yeah, you can process tomatoes down to something reasonable to eat.
Like ketchup.
It can be a little thicker than ketchup, but people don't like my hot sauce, my tomato sauce, because it's like 4 tomatoes and like 10 million different peppers. Okay. You're within range to heals me. Can we get just a few of you? No, we gotta get all of them, don't we? Really don't want all of them, especially not at once right now. Well, they're gonna all come now, so I guess we might as well get ready. So I can kill this troll really quickly. Pikachu! Oh, yeah, there they come. Boo. It's Blade Barrier. Get Beast Mark having Mother Trucker. Woo! There's a big kick in a wiener schnitzel right there. I don't know, what's your preferred kind of bacon then? I feel like if we don't like salty goodness, then we're...
I am so torn on bacon. I love it all, by the way. I just like the classic streaky bacon. Like, that's my favorite.
The classic...
Streaky bacon.
Streaky bacon.
Streaky. It's what they call it in the UK, because bacon over there is different and it's a different cut. And then there's streaky bacon, which is what we have here in America, which is just like the classic like rectangle-y strips of bacon that we fry into crispy goodness and that we find on everything here.
Okay. So fried pork bacon.
Yep. Or sometimes turkey bacon.
I may have changed my mind on my favorite bacon, and I may have become a turkey bacon convert. I definitely prefer it for convenience. Oh, that guy's like, he's got a serious hard-on for bringing everything out here. Man, he shot across the screen. He didn't even think about walking to that lever. He's just like, roar! He didn't run to me, though. Whatever. I'll just... You know what? Screw you pulling this lever. I'll just run in here. Then what? Now what? Whose trap are you really in? It's apparently still yours. Woo, ninja mode. Alright, let's blade barrier. Pew. Come get some. I love these blade barrier cookies, whatever they are. I wonder if I have how many more I have stashed. This is the Lord of the Blade cookie this year. And that's a relatively new cookie, I think. So probably not infinite.
I was talking this entire time and I forgot to push down push to talk.
Oh my. Now you gotta repeat yourself, and there's nothing worse than that.
Yeah, I was just saying that I really enjoy turkey bacon. If it's by itself, like if I'm making like breakfast for myself and I want some bacony, proteiny goodness on the plate with everything else, then it's definitely turkey bacon. But if it's going into something where I need flavor, then it's got to be.
Well, I mean, those are two different things. Those are two different things.
But for like the ease of cooking and for everything else, yeah, I'm all about turkey bacon.
So one of the great things about turkey bacon is because it's a poultry, it's generally already pre-cooked. I mean, it's not crispy, but it's cooked. So one of the things that I've actually started doing is I'll take like 3 or 4 slices, just nuke it for like a minute, and then I'll slap it on a tortilla with like a little bit of horseradish mustard. That is my preferred mustard of choice now. And call that a snack. We don't want that full plate. Or half plate, battle plate, whatever plate. Yeah, the problem with microwaving pork bacon is it makes a mess. And it doesn't cook very evenly, in my experience. And also in my experience, it takes a very long time compared to something like a turkey bacon where you're really just warming it up. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
If I'm cooking like regular bacon in the microwave, I like to like get my like 3 strips or whatever I'm eating, and then like I fold them up in like 60 million layers of paper towel, and that way it just absorbs everything. But then you get those nice like straight strips of like nicely done bacon. That's how I like to microwave my bacon if I have to microwave it.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate the idea of using that many paper towels and stuff in the microwave. It just, I don't know. I'm for all of my talk about how it's up to individuals to change the environment and stuff, I really sometimes put my mouth where my money is. Like I try to use, we even buy like the perforated paper towels now, and like what used to take me a whole paper towel is like a half a paper towel now. And even most of the time now, I recycle my napkin. Like if I reach over here right now, I could grab like 3 half paper towels. So yeah, I mean it's where you gotta put your money, right? If you want a better environment, you can't demand the government do it for you. You've got to do it for yourself.
But if I'm making bacon and it's going with breakfast, I like to like pop it into the oven and let that cook. So it's not spitting at me because guaranteed I'm probably going to be like in a sports bra and a pair of sweats. So I don't want that spitting at me. So I put it in the oven so it just cooks while I'm getting everything else done. And then by the time I'm done cooking everything else, I'll have nicely done bacon that hasn't hurt me in the process.
Yeah, that's the best way to make bacon. That's how we make it here usually. But usually when we make it here, we cook like a pound of bacon. Like that, because, you know, we got 3 people to feed. One is a growing boy. One should be a shrinking man. But when it comes to bacon, he doesn't shrink that much.
I usually will cook like the entire pack of bacon in one go because if I don't, then it just sits in my fridge and it rots, and then I have literally eaten 3 strips.
How
of bacon
long
out
do
of
you
one
put?
pack.
How long do you have one package of bacon in your refrigerator that it will rot? I can't even imagine how long that would take.
Well, I usually like, you know, it's happened before where I've eaten like the 3 strips that I want, and then I put it back in the fridge. I forget about it. Then a week later, I'm like, ah!
Okay, so it might be dried out, but it certainly has not rotten. You have made pork jerky. Okay.
Yeah, so I have to make the whole pack at a time. Otherwise, I forget about it and then it goes to waste, in my opinion, because I've poisoned myself enough times that I'm really weary of poisoning myself again.
Well, assuming that your bacon is actually smoked, which I imagine most bacon you would buy is, right? That means that it is processed in such a way that it should not rot. It's part of cold smoking. But because it's probably in that plastic, I was told, and I don't know how true this is, but it's a tie between Kyber and Sarlona, according to some poll on the forums. I don't know. Someone mentioned it to me earlier today.
What was the question?
What is the most populated servers in DDO? However, I've always heard the answer is whatever the current default server is. I did not.
Which I think is Orion right now. What?
Yeah, I've always heard that whatever the default is, because the influx of new players is such that whatever the default server is, basically within a couple of days becomes, because when new players log on and start, they end up shooting that population up greatly. But again, I do not know how accurate that information is. Alright, did we click both of these? Do we have...
That's what
an
I've
odd
always been
number.
able to do.
We have an even number, so we're good. Hopefully we won't need these shrines, but it's always nice to have them in case of an emergency. I know, making my own bacon is one of the many things that I wish I was better at doing. Can I get this pandemonium son of a bitch before he runs off? Answer is no, I cannot. Alright, well, we'll search this trap out, but we're certainly not going to disarm it. We're going to fight right over here. Get over here, you pandemonium son of a bitch.
I've almost started treating bacon as a spice now.
I mean, that's reasonable. Depends on what your preferred cuts are.
Yeah, and like I said, usually I have to make the whole package. So, like, maybe once a month I'll buy a pack of bacon and then I'll make it. And I'll probably eat, like, 3 or 4 strips of it, depending on how my calorie count is doing for the day. And then the rest, like, kind of just gets chopped up and then tossed into food as like, I think like, oh, this could use a little crunch of something, a little flavor of something, so I just kind of toss it in the food like that.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, bacon is like a main dish. So it tends to most of my meals consist of usually a relatively reasonable portion of the protein, and then some way to put it into my mouth. And that is generally my meal. I really like steamed broccoli and cauliflower and stuff like that, but the rest of my family does not. So they prefer their sides to be breads, and I just don't eat them. Like
I love carbs.
What?
I love carbs.
Yeah, I mean, grains are the devil.
I refuse to demonize carbs in my world.
Yeah, no, they're the devil. I say that just because every time I like kind of cave in. Warble Wind, thank you for the host, my friend. Appreciate
Woo!
it.
Thank you.
Did not see the animation, but the auto host stuff doesn't trigger off the animation generally, which I think is weird. I think that there should be a auto host trigger, but I suppose it would probably stack up so much for so many people that it would never stop procking, I guess. I don't know.
You can be your own trigger.
That's right. So always remember that
I did the music.
The host trigger is Iron Man doing the finger humping. So there we go. Welcome back. How much bacon did you get on your taco?
I didn't get a taco.
What do you mean you didn't get a taco?
I got burritos.
How did you get out of Taco Bell without a taco? It's literally in the name.
I do it all the time.
You have to get a taco. Like one taco. Go back and try again.
I'll get a taco next time I go.
Go back and try again. You have to get at least one soft taco. Alright, we're going to play the kill everything else first game. This guy is going to be a problem. I want to summon my hirelings, and I do not wish them to get accidentally killed. Stupid stone guard. Alright guys, make with the heels. Not that button. There we go. So Ray, tell me about this boy.
Which boy?
This hair puller boy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so over the weekend, to play in a basketball tournament. It's our annual Easter weekend basketball tournament that my team hosts every year. So I went home to play in the tournament. Part of us not paying tournament fees is that my team has to help run. Obviously, we have to help run the tournament. So we have to score, keep, watch door, do concession, all that stuff. So what I usually do is I stay up at the women's gym where all the women's games are happening, and I score, keep up there. And I usually do like 4 or 5 games in a row, which in basketball world is quite a long time. I happen to be scorekeeping a men's game up at the women's gym for whatever reason. They had one game up there, and there was this one guy that was playing, and like he was so good looking. Like he wasn't really good looking, but I was like undeniably attracted to him. There was just something magnetic about him that
so
was
better looking than me.
Yes.
Scum. Clearly he is not into ladies.
So like he was this tall built guy that kind of had a dad bod, but he also had like really broad shoulders and a really nice smile. But there was just something else about him that was like magnetic for me, and I couldn't take my eyes off of him. And I was scorekeeping with my cousin.
Wow.
I was scorekeeping with my cousin, and I was like, oh, why can't I look away from him? And she was laughing at me because she was like, wow, I've never seen you like be this attracted to somebody. I'm like, no, I can't look away from him. Like, I want his babies. And I just couldn't figure it out. And then, like, at halftime, I was looking at him, and it hit me. And I was like, oh. And she was like, what? And I was like, well, I can't say it now. And she was like, why? And I was like, because everybody's standing too close and people get mad. And she's like, okay. And so we waited until the game started again. She was like, what? Tell me. And I was like, he looks like a hair puller. And she was like, what? And I was like, he looks like a hair puller. And she was like, no. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, who? And, you know, I said his number because he was number 4. And I was like, number 4 looks like a hair puller. And he heard me. And he was the only number 4 on the court. There wasn't even a number 4 on the other team that I could be like, oh. And she started laughing because I basically screamed this. And he, like, glared at me. And after the game, I was running out into the hallway to refill my water bottle. And he was like, excuse me. And I was like, hi. And he was like, did I just hear you say that I look like a hair puller? And I was like, I am so sorry. That was really inappropriate. And he was genuinely upset. And I was like, but you look like a consensual hair puller. And he was still upset about that. And he was like, how could you, like, make that judgment, blah, blah, blah. Clearly, he was not a hair puller. Or he was a closet hair puller and didn't want to be outed. And we had this, like, really, like, intense talk. And I was just like, man, like, just, oh, it was so good. And I'll probably not see him again until next year. And he'll probably remember me as the girl who called him a hair puller.
Good. Now you have the story to tell your grandbabies.
I hope so.
So what does a hair puller look like in this scenario?
It's different on everybody. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. I've gotten really, like, my gaydar is really bad. And, like, I have a really hard time, like, figuring things out about people. Like, I'm not good with social cues. But one of the good things that I've become really good at is picking out the hair pullers. And it's rare that I'm wrong.
Was this at a school?
It was at a high school, but it was a men's basketball tournament, so he was definitely easily in his 30s.
Whew. Kids, this one's gonna get rough. I'm warning you now. Oh boy, we're gonna have to. Oh my goodness, this guy's a demon soul too. All right, it's no problem. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna play some ninja work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And yeah, we're not.
The one thing I didn't like about high school was that the pep rally assemblies that we used to have.
Yeah. Pep rallies. They're a thing that happens in schools.
Oh. I love them because they were usually for me, but that's just me on the other side of things. Not for me, but for my team.
Well, I like the show that the cheerleaders and football teams and stuff.
You like the cheerleaders. That's fine. Okay, it's our last lay on hands.
You could do it. Put your back into
Jump,
it.
Jump. Use this pillar like a ninja. Come on, get around here. Somebody, get around here.
You could do it. Put your back into it.
Oh, we're not dying today, kids. We're not. Okay, we are dying today.
Don't stop,
there,
Sam,
there.
Lessa just went live?
Oh, probably. I mean, why not? All right, you person. There we go. Make with the heels. Excellent. Stupid stone guard mother truckers. Get out of my way. I think we have enough aggro now that the... Yeah, because Lesa's got in her head that she can't hang out because her schedule is all screwy, and she doesn't realize, even though I've told her numerous times, that I've changed my schedule in such a way where we're doing more and more evening stuff. And one of them's a soul of cruelty too. Oh, so many dots. Alright. Well, look at that. Look at that, schnacks. We did it.
Get him, Samius.
That was a fight, kids. That was a fight.
Fatality.
Probably heavy enough now we can do this number. Well, what's less of playing? Probably that Minecraft with killers. Subsistence with mythery. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I do not know what it is. Alright. I'll put the kids on stay here mode. Should be an odd number. Well, we should be at an odd number now, right? No, we should not. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, we should be at evens. Evens.
Someone must be running a microwave somewhere because my latency is spiking.
I'm sure somewhere out there, somebody is microwaving something. Somewhere out in the open, someone needs a burrito warmed up.
Probably in the apartment above me.
Maybe. Alright, we also need to stop and grab the previous trap that we didn't do. Chasing guys. So we'll get these traps over here. Oh. Sugar high, approaching nirvana.
You know, typical apartment stuff. We don't like people making noise above us when we're trying to sleep. Down here.
I mean, I'm sure
Which
they
is
don't
why
like
we're
it when
moving.
you're making noise below them either when they're trying to sleep.
Nah, the walls are soundproof.
But yeah, you can complain about them making noise.
It's the walls, not the ceiling and floor.
Dido Central claims Cannith is the most populated server. I don't know. No thanks. I don't want any.
You know, why don't we ask the devs for that?
There's apparently a poll on the forums, and also the devs don't like giving out numbers information.
I would give props to somebody who would just go on a server and count how many people are logged on at that minute.
Well, it would be probably changing before you can get to the end of the list. You probably couldn't even successfully copy a list before it's changed.
And it would also depend on the time that you were on the server.
Alright, hamburger. Ooh, a man-eater. Man-eater. Get up here, hamburger. Let's go. Right through my meat grinder. Hey. Don't bump me there. Don't bump me there. It's my bad place. Don't touch that.
I also like how they added those red circles for enemy AoEs.
Sometimes I really like it, and sometimes it bothers me. Really depends on which spell it is, I think. Whew. So something I was trying to have a reasonable discussion with Stream Tom's stream the other day was somebody asked, what is the worst quest to level from 1 to 20? And Strim said Wizard. To which of course I responded with different strokes for different folks, I guess, because Wizard is probably my favorite to level from 1 to 20. And he specifically commented on levels 1 to 5.
Oh, class, not quest.
Yes, class. So, I realize that it does involve playing differently. But I still think I like playing the Wizard the best. So what about you guys? What is your most favorite and least favorite class to level? And my least favorite class would definitely be Barbarian, for the record.
Least favorite would have to be Cleric. Most would be Bard. Maybe some Artificer after the pass.
Artificer is a strong second for me as well. You guys
Maybe
in the
some other
chat are
people will agree
also.
with me.
I'm not just talking to the guys in the voice chat. I'm also talking to you guys in the chat room. Feel free to. This is an interactive show. We do keep 2 eyes on both chat rooms.
It is Samius Afterdark as well. Oh.
It is. It is. Topics and conversations are kind of led by you. So, have you played a cleric since the domain changes?
Me? No.
With the domain changes, cleric is like a whole different beast.
Definitely a whole different beast for sure.
Let's see. Now, historically, Ray's favorite class has been clerical in nature.
Yeah.
Does it remain clerical in nature now?
Historically, so when I first started playing, my
didn't
then
know.
boyfriend made me be a cleric, so I had to learn how to like being a cleric, and then I loved it, so I wound up with
Uh-oh. You ended up with... And then you quit on me.
I actually wound up with 3 clerics that I leveled, that I loved leveling, but I had a group that I leveled with. So there was always somebody to heal, and I always had like kind of the role of the party. So if it's with a group, if I'm with a party, definitely cleric 1 to 20 hands down still. If I'm by myself, if I'm having to solo, then monk from 1 to 20 is my favorite.
Yeah, that I agree with as well.
And my least favorite has got to either be Wizard or Artificer.
Oh, man. Betrayed everywhere.
They just...
Okay.
Weirdly, I loved leveling my Sorcerer. Did not like leveling my Wizard.
Now, is it because you expected them to play the same? Or at least close enough that you're like, oh, I got this.
That's what I thought, because I did my 3 Sorcerer lives on Raspberry to get those +3 evos, and then I was jumping into Wizard to get the spell pen, so I did 1 life as a Wizard, and I was just like, ugh, what is this? And it wasn't the same. It was just 2 entirely different beasts, and I couldn't handle it.
Okay, so I want to unpackage this, but I want to get to Splash Master's comment. Or she, I don't know. Splash Master is pretty gender neutral. I used to hate Barbarian the most and liked Wizards the most, but I turned into hating Cleric the most and then liking Monk the most. So it sounds like,
We could be best friends, Splash Master and I.
maybe. Now, is it that you hated the class, Splashmaster, or did you hate how people had external demands on you? Okay. So let that foster for a second while we sell here. So wizards are a completely different animal to pretty much every other class. Like, the class that's the closest to wizards, honestly, is probably clerics. Because they have to be strategic in their deployment of their resource. And especially at low levels, and this is where I think that Strimtom's comic like really set home for me, was he talked about how the spells were so much more costly as a wizard than a sorc, based off of the percentage of your spell pool, which is very true. However, I have found, especially on Reaper mode and getting the souls, I've never had a mana problem. Never had a mana problem. Alright, also we have a bunch more comments now. Danny says, Danny the Dragon, best is sorc or wizard, least is barbarian. Dislark leveling bards, love my wizards. Thought fresh back and warlock, though fresh back warlock is starting to take over. Yeah, warlocks are interesting. I'm gonna try to move this. What did I do?
My warlock currently is a bit of a glass cannon. I need to fix that.
So glass cannon, what do you do like that? Is it like just straight up DPS and such?
Really depends.
No, a glass cannon is a phrase that people use. You're strong, and like you pack a bunch of damage because you're a cannon, but you're a glass cannon, so you break easily.
Yeah, the idea is essentially that you do one thing really, really well and then you're done.
Yeah, that's probably how my monk fighter split is on Thelenis right now.
Right,
yeah, my warlock, as long as she doesn't get like slapped or like a monster doesn't look at her wrong, she's okay. But like as soon as like a devil gives me,
I think we lost you again, Ray.
oh, I was saying like my warlock, as long as she doesn't get touched, she's a beast. But like as soon as like a devil or something gives her like an evil side eye, she just like dies, like faints.
Huh.
Or a troll 3-swipes you.
Oh no, I don't even get like a 3-swipe. I get like one swat to the butt and I'm done.
Let's see. Splashmaster agrees the hating was probably due to the external demands. Mind you, this is when we needed clerics for raids. You probably still need clerics for certain raids. This was probably when Shroud was new. So yeah. So I think those external demands are not for everybody. So that's something to keep in mind. I built a cleric specifically, essentially, to like heal raids. And it's fine. I've never really played him. I mean, he's level 20 still. Heals you not. But it's fine. I mean, I enjoyed it. Samius' Cleric Life that I recently did a few lives ago was one of the easiest and quickest lives I've ever done. And it was my first Reaper life, so I did everything basically solo, basically on Reaper mode. Clerics are in a real good spot right now.
See, I really like those external demands. Playing a cleric because I like chilling out and healing and just hanging out with people, and all I really had to do was keep them alive and they were happy. I was okay with that. I think like the big problem came in was when I stopped being like into healing, and then I would jump into a party and like want to do my own thing and drop blade barriers and kill things and have fun too. But then they'd be like, no, you have to heal, or they expect you to have a certain spell for everybody. And that kind of got irritating, was the expectations of like, you would have this. They wouldn't even like ask you to politely do something or politely to have something. They would just expect it out of nowhere. That's kind of what killed cleric for me when I started going on like a little bit of my TR grind.
So yeah, I want to continue to unpack that as well. The domain that I did last cleric was the fire domain. Really, really simple. The basic plan was to have the highest possible DCs I could get my hands on for sound burst, and just run until I felt like sound bursting, and then firewalling, and yeah, it worked out really well. I was able to basically, I think, put everything into fire, spell power, and then basically between fire in the radiant tree and the items that you could wear, it just worked out super great. Now it'd be even quicker, thanks to the flaming forum posts and stuff. So, as for people having demands on you that were kind of outside of reasonable, it's always a risk, right? Like sometimes you get stuff like that still, but it's way less now than it was before. And I think that I see it in other games, like HOTS in particularly, when certain people assume that you're on their same wavelength, and when you're not on that wavelength, it's your fault that you're not sharing that wavelength. So for example, today, Witty and I are playing some HOTS, and I guess I still have a minute and a half. Wow, it seems like a really long Bard song right now. Witty and I are playing HOTS, and Witty and I were discussing the fact that we could not engage and fight the enemy team. And Witty's like, yeah, so we're going to have to soak to 10 before we can do anything. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. Can you get us to 10? And I were close enough that I was poking the objective. So, HOTS is a MOBA, for those of you who are DDO only players. And I was just kind of poking at the people, trying to keep them from getting it, because I thought we were going to be close enough that we could get the level we needed to be able to compete competitively against the players. And one guy was like, I'll report Witty's character or report Witty for not joining the team fight. And it was like, we were a level behind. They already had 10s. Like, there was zero reason to fight, but you could poke. Like, it made sense to poke, but not to fully engage. And this guy was playing terribly. But this guy decided that because Witty was not on his plan, that Witty was intentionally sabotaging the game and wanted to report it. And it's like, no, that's not what's going on at all. But there's a lot of that. It also happens in MMOs and other games where if you're not on their plan, either bad or not good or any other list of shenanigans that's just clearly not true. Oh boy. So have you battled that? Have you come back to your Blasty Cleric now that most people can kind of self-heal, as Danny points out?
I have a Blasty Cleric now, and it's just having a little bit of an issue with her blastiness now, because I spent most of her life actually playing a healer with my TR buddy.
You have a problem with her blastiness.
Well, no, because I spent most of this life, so 1 through 20, I was actually the healer in the group. So we would usually be in a party, and I actually wound up healing a lot more than I thought I would. So that's just what I spec'd into. So now that I've hit level 20, having a little bit of an issue with the blastiness because I haven't got the gear for it or really spec'd into it. So she's probably gonna get an LR soon. I'm probably gonna rework through some of her what are they called? Epic Destinies, and see if I can get her to be a little bit more fun to play now.
Do you have, I feel like I have to pull up the chart to see. Stupid Mark of Chaos bullshikey. Get over here. No, don't die. Enhance. Alright, good. Just a second. I gotta get this Mark of Chaos mother trucker. Let's see. What is it called? Now I'm gonna get told forever that this is broken. Divine Crusader? It's like a... No, that's not the one. Exalted Angel. That's the one. Exalted Angel is full of good
that's
stuff.
the one. Yeah, it is.
Full of the good caster goodness. Alright. Re-sing to me, because I want it. Like, I still got a bunch of time on my bard song.
Yeah, what do I have? I don't have full Epic Destinies on her just because I haven't gotten around to grinding that out on her. I know I have the Angel one, and I have Sharati. There's some other Destinies in there that I got a few of everything just so I could, like, use the different EDs that I want for my twists.
So I'm that kind of guy that just says Sharati is not DPS at all. It's just random effects.
I love it because then you get the barrels that explode and then it rains ham in the middle of your fight.
Also, you'd be wrong.
That too, but I like raining ham, and the DPS from Sharati is really nice, especially when you mix it with Nerve Venom.
Nerve Venom makes a huge difference. Of course, like, everything proccing, like, all these other effects, especially stuff like Magic Missile and Firewall and Ice Storm and continuous effects, proccing things while you're doing other things. No, Shrati's quite a bit of damage. You just, again, it's a matter of how you shift your focus for playing that kind of, you know, if that's how you're going to spec, then you have to be the most efficient way. If you want to be the best at it, you got to be the most efficiently designed to do that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be stepping away from Sharati and focusing more on my Evo, getting the Evo up as high as possible for Implosion and Blade Barrier and Firewall, and making people stand still with Sound Burst. So definitely going to be going more that route than anything else.
Yeah, I would tend to agree, depending on which epics you're in. Splashmaster just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you so very much. Appreciate it. This stream is, of course, powered by people like you. We will get you added to the support page over on samusguerrero.com, and you will start getting shout-outs as a heroic Patreon. There's that inappropriateness. Who's your daddy?
I am.
Donald Duck asking you to play with his balls. Roll them around. Oh, so good.
You know, for the longest time there, I thought that was a golem for Lord of the Rings.
No, that's Donald. That's Donald Duck getting some his quack on. Anyway, thank you very much, Splashmaster. I do deeply appreciate it, and that means you're going to get all sorts of interesting perks. You will be considered a second tier Patreon. For purposes of additional perks, privileges, and whatnot. And that means things like when we vote, you'll get double votes. And stuff like that. So, you know.
In
lots
the
of good
future,
things.
it means you can help me turn him back into a drow.
Unfortunately, that is something that could potentially go up for vote.
So I feel like Splashmaster and I should definitely be BFFs, especially because we were on the same page with Cleric and Monk.
That's true. That is a thing that happened. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not sure which level of people will get to start picking races for builds. So the way Patreon works, there's 4 tiers, and right now, basically the idea is that I literally just did a Drow Barb Splashmaster, and I've got all my Barb lives done now. So no, not a Barb life. We just did it. We did the most exciting knife fighting barbarian you ever did see.
The not so exciting part was he was a drow.
I definitely got wrecked several times by missing a few important pieces of con. The real problem was trying to combine a couple of things together that I really didn't realize how they were going to glue together. Like precision and not being able to rage. That was definitely something that was kind of... What? I didn't know that worked that way. But yes, for classes, we'll be taking another vote. We've got, I think, 6. We have 2 fighters, a favorite soul, a paladin, a rogue, and a barbarian life. But this is the paladin life, so... I have to count again. 3, 4, 5. 5! We're at 5 lives left after this one. And then we start on racials. And that's where people will be able to start voting on race for sure.
Are people that voted for the class this life able to vote for the next life as well?
Yes. Everybody who votes every time there's a vote can vote. There'll just be down the road. There will be votes that only people of a certain tier are allowed to make a vote on. For example, one of the first things I want to do when we get the Patreon set up is I want to have a $100 a month goal, and then once we hit the $100 a month goal, I did not summon my hirelings. I am deeply stupid. Let's fix that. Clear this aggro and we'll fix that. One of the first things I want to do is at the $100 goal part is start the after show, which will basically be at least 1 day a week. Currently is my plan, and that will be where we will do a REL stream after we kind of finish up playing DDO for the night. And we will probably start watching a short list of TV shows to start with. This way I don't have to worry. Twitch never answered my question, Ray, about the... I don't want to say accidental nudity, because if I play a show that I know has nudity in it, then I know there's nudity in it. But more like brief expected nudity. So we'll probably start with TV shows, and the general idea will be that we'll be watching a TV show and talking about it, or eventually a movie and talking about it and stuff like that. And one of the first things we'll do is start with what we're going to start watching. And of course we'll have not for YouTube streams, which means that we won't care about the copyright, and that's where we'll allow people to like really get into the music voting and stuff and suggestions. So I have a lot of hopes and dreams based on this voting thing. various
and
decisions.
I'm paying for our votes, so this is not a democracy.
That it is correct. People will be paying their slots. So right now, the basic tier is if you're level 1, which is a heroic. Or wait, is that even right? First lifer, I think is what I called it. If you're allowed to vote, you will get 1 vote. If you are a Twitch subscriber, you'll get 2 votes. And also the second tier of Patreon, you'll get 2 votes. If you are one of the crazy people who put the $10 subscription in, you'll get 3 votes. And if you are one of the few people who are allowed to vote, or who take up the top slot, and there will be a few top slots, then basically you will have, I can't remember if it's 5 votes or 4 votes, but those will be reserved. You'll be able to vote for everything, but those votes will get exclusive things like, alright, is it time to cut my hair? I want to change the background of the stream. What should we change it to? Should we get a green screen? Stuff like that. And those will get settled by... They're kind of going to be like the board of directors of the stream. Will be the top slot at $25. And they'll also get certain rewards in the lines of... I don't think we're going to get that. The plan will be to send out those people a t-shirt whenever a new t-shirt design comes out, essentially. So yeah, hopefully we're going to have a lot of exciting things. I need to... Honestly, I'm going to have a second editor, aka Ray, take a longer look at the list. Jerry's already hacked through it once and made a bunch of changes, so I'm going to have Ray take a second look, and that way there's 2 of the best eyes on it that I know before I start filling out stuff that's hard to change after the fact. So expect an email or a link to a Google Doc file or something in the next couple of days, Ray.
Do you have my email?
No, but it'll probably just be easier for me in the long run to do it via Google Doc. But you're welcome to PM me an email.
Awesome, Blossom.
Of course, my email, if you'd like to send me an email. Actually, I've been having a lot of trouble with the Samius at DDO Cocktail Hour one. I need to talk to Les about that. But of course, you guys can send me one at the number 2trolls@gmail.com. Oh, so many undeads. So many scorpions. Yeah, I've really become a big Google Doc fan. Like for sharing work projects like that.
Oh my gosh, I love Google Docs for that. It was the most amazing thing when it first came out and I was still in university, and a group of friends and I all had a single Google document that we would just like all pop our notes into.
Yeah. Did they... Alright. This song is annoying me. So it's gone.
Okay, so we've talked about like what our favorite and least favorite classes are. What about races from going 1 to 20? What's your least favorite and most favorite race?
I mean, I find Drow to just be... They're really exciting when you're first starting and that's all you have. But you get a couple of lives under your belt and they just... The positives no longer outweigh the negatives. In my opinion. Unless you're looking at a very specific set of builds. Like if you're going to do a wizard-based shuriken thrower, then yeah, you wanna go Drow. But other than that, once you have like I'm not even going to say full-on completionist, but let's just say, like, you're almost there. Or you have a few lives done. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me anymore to do Drow. So that's my least favorite. I really like Gnome. I feel like Gnome does almost everything I want it to do. But honestly, I really think the Dragonborn has probably become my favorite race. Like, it just does everything really well. And it has so much raw potential. It is scary. I'm really on board with why do I still have Featherfall on? That should not be permanently on. Should never be permanently on.
What about the chat? I'm also watching the chat right now, seeing if anybody else is going to answer.
I don't see anybody else right this second, but that's true. That's fair. Point that at the chat. Double barrel shotgun of answer
Raspberry
me.
goodness.
Of answer my question.
Answer me.
Yeah, so like, chat, what is your favorite, least favorite race to play? Personally, for me, my favorite has always been human. Just because you get that extra feat, and it's really versatile, and I haven't really gotten a chance to play a lot of the other races yet, just because these last couple years with all these updates coming through, I haven't been playing a lot because I've been doing the adult life, so I haven't been able to TR, I haven't been able to goof around with anything as much. So like, my favorite so far, just from like experience, has been human, going from 1 to 20. And my least favorite would probably be elf. I did an elf life, and that just it wasn't a good build. It wasn't a good fit. I actually went 1 to 20 with my elf, and then deleted her because I just didn't like it at all.
Let's see. Splash Masters says my favorite probably is an Aasimar / human, least more than likely Warforged, even though it's the first race I purchased. So Warforges are really strong depending on the class. I think probably more so than pretty much anything else. I do really like Aasimar. I know that's not how you're supposed to say it, but that's how I say it. Darn it.
I say Asmar. I really like Asmar. That's what my cleric is right now. I super duper enjoy those extra lay on hands.
Yeah, I mean those add a ton to your self sustain. Just a huge amount.
And like, even though she's level 20 and only has 4 of them, it's so helpful. Like, I keep them as a panic button now. For like, oh my god, somebody's gonna die, and then like I just shoot out a lay on hands, and it's good. I really enjoyed that class. I also liked that I could be blue, because I'm a vain person. So like, for me, if I'm going to actually like playing a race, I feel like it needs to look good while it's doing it too.
That's why I always wear the same outfit. Always looks good.
You got the man skirt.
I actually had someone not complain so much, but comment on the man dress earlier today. That they didn't like it.
Yeah, the lay on hands are something else. Like, it's just, I feel like that's the one thing that really made that race for me. Like, that has made this life so much easier for me, having those 4 lay on hands.
That's totally fair. My last Aasimar was just the most boring. I know I didn't care for any of the glowy bits.
That was when he did his cleric life, right?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah, you did it. You did the fire domain one.
Okay. Yeah,
Remember?
maybe. I don't know. I feel like I've done a lot of lives lately, and they've all kind of blurred together. I have to go back and look through YouTube and figure things out. And then I've been pointing people to the YouTube for the cleric stuff, because that's probably the class combination, or the class that I get the most comments on. Especially when I tell people that I think it's probably... It has become one of my favorite lives lately. That I've run last. So then people ask me about it, and I have a hard time getting them to show up in the YouTube list because they're so far down. But it was really only 3 months ago. I've gone from like 5 weeks or so TRing, or sometimes a month, to basically 3 weeks. And then the drow life, because I didn't like being a drow, took me 55-ish hours. So if you were to cram all that into one 40-hour week, like, I don't know. For me, that seems really impressive. Mostly because I can't do these things like Stram and Shudu, where they play the same game for 10, 8, or I can do 8 hours usually, but 10, 12, 15 hours that easily. Which is why I kind of have to work myself into like the special fundraising streams. Which I need to do one. Probably not this week, but potentially next week. Probably like either Wednesday and a Thursday, or yeah, probably not Thursday and a Friday.
Cinco de Mayo.
So I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure the new Magic the Gathering set comes out pre-release wise on the 13th. And I always have to run like the overnight Magic tournaments, which my new schedule already kind of lines up okay-ish with that, but it's always nice to get those extra hours of sleep when you have to answer difficult judge questions. So I like to really crash out hard those days, if I can, which means staying up really late, which makes it perfect for people to do like the 12-hour streams, fundraiser streams with a fundraising goal. Man, still no shoe. What the shite, shoe?
I don't know.
Yeah, I assume the green dot means AFK. So, I don't know. I don't know either. I'm no Discord expert. Oh. I didn't realize that our Bard here helpers ran out. We'll go grab a refresh on the Bard, and then I guess we'll go do the last chain of Deliras, and then that'll probably XP us out, actually. That's probably more than 6,000. Oh, wait, no. We got 24,000. That's perfect. That'll probably be exactly right.
And as you head into this next class, I'm going to head off to bed. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night. Don't have too much fun without me.
I don't know. There's a hair puller out in this world that I have to dream about.
Oh my. Oh my, behave. Yeah, I've never been into pulling hair.
I don't know if we're gonna.
I guess because no one's ever asked. Like if someone asked, I think it would be fine.
I never asked for it. It's something I bring up as like in a pre-conversation. Like, if you want to do it, you go ahead and do it. But like, never in the moment will I be like, pull my hair. Like that's something you just got to take on yourself. And I'll usually pre-give consent.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I mean. Like, I've had a girlfriend who have had shorter hair, and some tugging has been involved, but not like. It's just never been something that I've known has been like really requested. I don't know. Have to bring it up with the old boss.
Good to know.
I imagine that's probably a nay. Have a good night.
Night.
That's an interesting subject that we can tackle here at 1 a.m. in the last hour of tonight's stream. How do you talk about that kind of weirdness? I mean, not weird as in taboo, but just like outside of the norm of, outside of your norm. You know, you're like, you know, I would be open to discussing the idea without, you know, because you, as a long-term married person, right? You do the wrong thing one time, and then there's a joke, right? There's an old joke. You F one goat, right? And you're a goat effer forever. It's kind of the same deal. So how do you tackle those kind of off current menu items, but you know, maybe every once in a while you want an appetizer. Like every once in a while maybe you want a drow. You want to play a drow life. You don't know how you want to bring it up. Like, maybe I can be the healer this life and you can be the DPS, you know? Like, what do you think? I don't know, it seems maybe you can be the caster and I can be the... No? Okay, well, glad we had this talk. How did you get up here? How did you get up here and why? Oh, you're the soulless, alright. You're just cracking up trying to get your way through Devil Assault. Well, that's what we're for. Welcome to that cocktail hour expertise, my friend. I don't know. I think you got to start with blame it on somebody else in advance, right? So you're like, hey, you know, I was talking with Titan the other day, and he mentioned that he started dating this girl who's into hair pulling, for example. And he didn't think that it would be something that he would be into, but it turns out that she, like, you completely throw Titan under the bus in this example. And this way, if the significant other is like, ew, you just blame, like, oh, yeah, right? Like, but then you can segue that into like, well, is there anything that I'm missing that you need? You got to get that little eye wink in there too, right? It's important. And then noise. I think that noise cannot be undervalued. Because you never just want to be like, surprise! This is where I need Shu. Shu would have a good answer. She would be like, oh no, you just go all in. At least I suspect that would be Shu's answer. Alright, we'll start with this guy. Whoa, danger. Alright, so caster demon souls, be sure to continuously be breaking their line of sights by jumping behind them. Oh, it's not going to matter. It's not going to be enough. Alright, get them back here. Whoop. Nowhere near enough. Oh, and I missed my own lay on hands. Oh, we're dead, boys. We're dead. There's Zero chance that these guys are going to do anything. And we can't even self-raise right now. Yep, we're dead. Oh! Brutal. Brutal. It's because Ray left. Ray is like our inspirational spirit animal. Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright, we'll go give it another shot. You know, there's a downside, now that I think about it, to bringing it up and having a conversation about it first. Then, you're suddenly not adventurous anymore. So maybe you just throw caution to the wind and you get a little tug. Huh? Huh? It's kind of like that spanking, right? You just reach out there, you give him a little tap. And you're like, and then you find out you crossed the line. What are you doing? Too much? I don't know, I'm a patter. I pat my wife to let her know that I love her. Just like around the house. Like, oh, thanks for making dinner. Usually I get yelled at to stop. But that's okay, I don't. Better be careful admitting that. In 6 months that'll be the new rate. He said that he spanks. And when she says stop, he doesn't. Because usually it's like, stop. Not stop. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, fear yourself. That's no bueno. Where? Please be someplace I can get to. Oh, I can't get to that. Come on, teleport down here. Come here. You stupid. You're gonna kill the hirelings. Come on. Do not make me jump up there. Alright, put them on attack mode with each other. Hopefully they'll heal them themselves. Nope. I need Featherfall. I gotta have Featherfall on for this jump. Jesus. Come on, don't let Ellery die. Gav. I cannot get this Sphere Reaper to come down. Ah! There's so many. Ellery's down. Our ball. Oh god. Maybe we should just leave. Can we just get out? Can we get out of the quest before we die? Maybe if I just walk out the quest. Oh, let me out. Let me out. That was some... We still died! Oh, I hate you, Fear Reapers, so bad. Hit the button as I died. We'll see what happens. I got 500 experience points and a jewel. F that quest, man. We're not doing that quest now. I'm over it. I'm over that quest. Alright, nothing's broken because we have the, like, ultimate feat or enhancement. So let's just pretend for a second if we could shave these 2 points out. All right, because actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, we can shave. I don't understand how this is. Oh, because this is getting to here takes 12, and then we put 5 points in. No, getting here takes 10. Okay, so this is... Alright, so we have 3 extra points in here than we need right now. But we don't. We only have 2. Okay. So if I were to take these 2 out, and then I took these out and this out, that would give us 6 enhancement points that we could put into Knife Fighters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not good enough to go in there yet. We're getting close though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because these both cost 2. 1, 2. So we could go 1, 2, or we could go these 5 and then 6 here. That'd be okay, but I still don't think it's enough to move out of this other stuff yet. Oh, is Shu moving? Well, with Shu here, then that changes things. That opens us up to a couple of things that I've been waiting for Shu forever. We'll give Shu the choice. We can either go do Iron Mines, Greymane Waiting, the first part of CO6, or we can go start on like Blacklock and stuff. Alright, so CO6 prequests, or Blacklock stuff. We get rickety wrecked by Delira's Part 3. Just wrecked. And Shu just joined us, so we're gonna take a look at got some stuff here. Doesn't look like he's totally paying attention yet. I kind of would think either way we're going to House D, so we might as well just start by going to House D. To the D, mother trucker. Says you tell me. Well then let's do CO6 stuff then. I like it. So I think we're going to go start the CO6 quest. I've got 23,000-ish XP before we're at level time. And let's take a look at our Reaper enhancements too. We're still a ways away from our 15th point. Darn. Alright, so trick, if you put your mouse pointer towards the top, you can hit enter a whole bunch of times. There's Shu. Hey, Shu. You must be busy today. He doesn't answer. So busy, has no time for words. Does that share? Should do. Should share it, everything. Oh, man. Too easy. Too easy. So I've just been doing simple one skull Reaper quest Shu. We can either step it up or we can just leave it at one. I don't care. I don't have too many more quests before I need to level tonight. He's in House P now. I don't understand why he's in House P. Maybe he's getting scrolls or something. Alright, well I'm going to assume he's going to show up. We'll start with 2 skulls and we'll go from there, see what happens. Worst case scenario, we die, we come back, we start again. It's whatever. It's whatever. Last life, this was something that caused us some problems, mostly due to over pulling. Of course. we got lucky, I think, with that stun. We'll come up here. We'll get a little love from Ellery. One more time. Let's see, we were talking about all sorts of semi-inappropriate stuff earlier, but nobody here is in the voice chat mood now. So I'm open to subjects or topics while we wait for people. If you have something you'd like to discuss, throw it in the chat box. That's what it's for. No, they both saw me. So be it. And zoop. He's still channeled, but these are going well. Where's Shu? Oh, this isn't less good. I thought it was weird that there was only 2 guys there. Uh-oh, Shu lost connection. Shu? I have a feeling his internet is probably borked. Yeah, he just popped off of this. He must have been having some sort of issue. We will clear this optional. And we'll give him a minute, see if we can't. Oh, Infernal Pact, really, huh? We'll give him a minute and see if he can't get him to spawn the chest with us. I'm concerned that one of these guys is going to turn into a champion. Yep. Alright, so the plan is going to be for the champion to basically kill the non-champion one, so we can focus all of our energy on the champion after the partial threat is done. Alright. So we'll give Shu a couple of minutes and see if he's able to come back. If not, I guess we'll finish the quest. Again, though, this is... I wanted to save this chain because I like doing this, and I know he likes having... He likes to complete chains. Are you back, Shu? Scrolling through Facebook here while we give Shu another minute. Hey Dallas, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good evening tonight. We're waiting for Shu for just a minute. He logged off and we're seeing if he makes it back in. Looks like he jumped into TeamSpeak, died, came back, died again. So we'll see. We'll see if he can recover. I'm hopeful. If not, it's not the end of the world. We will carry on without him. We'll pick this up. If you have a topic, can't dances, dance 2. Right now I'm skimming to see if there's anything interesting worth talking about on any place. Right now I'm gonna say the answer is no.
There, let's see if I can hear you better now.
Hey, I can hear you.
Restarted Discord and restarted my client. For some reason you were coming through really broken.
I don't know. I've also been watching the stream playback, so it probably doesn't help. Alright, well I have this first quest cleared and ready to go. We've got 2 chests and potentially 1 pack of fragments for you, I think.
Yeah, they'll time out by then.
So you asked about HOTS. HOTS was brutal. I think we went something like 3 for 7 probably. It was pretty brutal. May not have even been that high. It may have been 2 for 7. It was a rough day. Yeah, right now I'm not seeing much in the way of anything interesting to discuss, which is good. It usually means there's no bad news, there's no good news. I mean, I'm a pretty big fan of no news is good news. Speaking of no news is good news, how was your day, Shu? No news? Maybe he's not still... No, he's there. We're coming up on the last half an hour of today's stream. So if you have a question for me, please shoot it. Get me. Now I'm also tired enough I could actually... I'd be honest and tell you everything without probably even thinking about it. Supernatural just got a season 14. I feel like that's... Is that a record? Is Supernatural the longest on-air TV show now? Right now my Facebook is a bunch of people trying to make sandwiches in a most weird way. Like sandwich sushi rolls? Gross. Including animated. I don't know what I said that could have been in regards to. Including animated. Hey, Shu made it. It's got to run around and get his 4%. Longest running TV shows. Oh, I don't know, actually. I didn't think about including animated. I just said it has to be a record, right? I didn't say it was. So I honestly have no idea. The number of seasons is obviously The Simpsons with 29. Gunsmoke had 20. Holy shite. Law and Order has 20. Law and Order SVU has 19. Jeez. Repair Kit. That repair kit's for you, Shu. That's a special one just for you.
Oh. I don't think I just got mine.
Oh, is that the new free thing? I looked at the Chronicle this week. No, the Chronicle doesn't come out on Mondays, does it?
Thursday.
Yeah. So here's a question. Do you know, other than timing, like probably because the person who does it is now available on Tuesday, why they're recalling, or not recalling, doing the server restart on Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays?
What do you?
Yeah, neither. I will say you sound
It would
beat.
be easier. Since they do patches mostly on lately anyway.
That makes sense. Alright, well, they're coming.
They're monsters. You can't tell them when to come.
I did. I
It's a surprise.
threw daggers at them and they came. I'm gonna be so annoyed. He's gonna sing and I'm gonna have my back turned. It's gonna irritate me. So I feel far sturdier on this life than I did last life. Because of the wizard levels. And also probably because of the race. But mostly I think it's the wizard levels. Those 3 levels of Eldritch Knight gives you that arcane sphere thing that goes off when you get to a certain hit point total. And it makes a huge difference. Fire off Lay on Hands just to make sure we don't need it yet. Stun that guy for shoe. I'll move in for the W. B-E-A beautiful. I think Supernatural could do 20 plus years. The show would probably have to change hugely. I don't think they could. I mean, they already do plenty of like middle-aged jokes now, but this one doesn't unlock, right? Can I not unlock it? No, it cannot be picked. Hey, Shu, do you know a class car? Because where do they go?
No, what?
A Kalashtar? Because I'm not sure where to go. I mean, we can go this way. The door stands open. It doesn't take a Kalashtar to send. Oh. Well, geez, I feel like I've embarrassed myself trying to asking about Kalastars. I wasn't sure where to go. Shame. Oh, Carnage Reaps. You still bastard sword and shoe?
Couple in the bank that I need to go grab sometime.
I pulled a keen Vorpal longsword. I didn't know if it'd be something that was up your alley. It's level 5.
Oh, that's my normal build. Long swords.
Well, that's why I thought of it when I saw it. I was like, oh, maybe she will want this for a future or this life or some other life. I don't know.
That's my normal human weapon.
Oh yeah, you're not human. You're an ASMR. ASMR.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were asking about, you know, Sister Clash.
Sister Clash.
Clash Tar, ASMR, fine.
Oh. I see. You try to make a word play.
Bad jokes.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad jokes, bad jokes. I thought I had that guy killed before he could get up here.
That was a glittering dust.
Oh, another shadow marked, another trucker. Oh, so how was your day?
Yeah, okay.
That doesn't sound very exciting. Doesn't sound like morning sex, and then after gym sex, and then pre-DDO sex.
That would get really rough on my hands, you know.
Well,
Wow.
they have aids for that, like ladies. Ladies far more durable than your hand. See, I have 3,000 XP. I probably need to go level.
You need a level?
Yeah. That'll be level 9 shoe for the record. And then, oh, never mind. I was going to say that it might just be a good place to wrap up for the night. Actually, level and then
It means I can switch character.
call it an evening. I mean, here in another hour or two, I'll be up for basically 24 hours, and that's not me. That's you.
I have a character perk 7. This will be my 8, and I have a 9 already.
Sweet. Behold the flaming fist! Oh wait, no, that's a different campaign setting. Different campaign setting. We want to get open lock to about 15. I didn't think about this level. Can we take improve critical slashing yet? No. Yeah, we don't have the BAB yet. Alright, but that does mean we can take improve single weapon fighting some more, which is pretty sweet. So now we are using 1.5 times our int for our damage here. So it's saying 1.3 plus a d6 plus 25, and then we can do our know the angles boost for an additional half of our intelligence modifier, so an extra 6 damage. It's pretty good. Pretty good. We got a few item. Oh, actually, let's do this next. This is the big in here. Also, I was mentioning Arcane Barrier before is the catch-all that I really like out of the wizard tree. But Sacred Defender, that's easy. We need 1 more point spent. None of these really do anything, but I guess we could take while in Sacred Defense you gain 5 PRR MMR, 50% threat generation. Saving throws. I guess MMR, PRR. And take our stance. We're pretty much just always in that stance. So what all are we getting out of this thing? Normally you get 10 PRR, MMR, 50% threat generation, cannot become raged. That shoots us to 43 because of this extra 10. No? Yes. Alright, so yeah, this is 20 right now. Alright, deal. Level 9. We don't really have a level 9 weapon upgrade, unfortunately. You know, I have time for... I mean, we still have 10 minutes, Shu, if you'd like to... See if we can't finish that gray main chain. I want to make 1 or 2 quick gear swaps. Basically, it's time. This belt has, as lovely as it is, has I think outlived its usefulness. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I do want to grab a pair of these booties. In case something happens, and I want to have my belt of brute strength, although maybe it's not really that necessary. I don't know. But I'm gonna grab it. Like, we're not strength based. We don't have any real strength. That is a lot of strength. That does make this hat useless.
The cake loving genie.
And we do lose hit points, so I guess we'll leave it like that for now. Yum! Alright, shall we? Let's see about finishing that chain real quick. It's like, but I'm not on that chain. You are now, mother trucker. Next level, we're going to have some other scimitars if we want to keep using scimitars. I don't think we do. I think we want to go back to daggers, but... We're going to be very hardy very soon. Come on, Shu. 10 more minutes, buddy. Stick with me for 10 more minutes. Or 2 more quests. 2 more quests or 10 minutes, whichever comes last. I'm sinking lower and lower in my chair. so hungry.
Well, passed out for about an hour while you were doing the hot sink thing.
Did you? You got a nap?
Yeah, about an hour.
That's good. Yeah, I laid down from about 12:30 until about... I set my alarm for 2 hours. Didn't sleep the whole time. But I got up at... So last night my migraine was so bad that I basically let it chase me to bed at about 11 o'clock. And I surprisingly fell asleep really quickly, actually. I don't know how your pain is, but I have like different windows where sleep falls really fast, and then there's times where it's like it hurts just enough that it keeps me awake. And I would have thought that last night it hurt bad enough that I would not be able to sleep, but I was out until about 4 o'clock in the morning. Then I woke up and I could not go back to sleep.
Yeah, I just got home from...
I hate that.
It's been a long weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what'll happen to your ex?
And
Push her down some stairs?
the proportion. You up over the other way.
It did. It's time to be on this side of the quest now.
Come on, little QB.
Alright guys, I know we're getting close to the end of the night, but if you have anything else you'd like to discuss, please feel free to throw it in the chat box. I am here to entertain you with my sexy words. You can also just talk to me directly over on the Discord channel. No, I haven't seen tonight. I haven't seen Load Beef tonight. I don't think I've seen him all day today.
Engagements.
All right.
Any buffs?
Do you have a longer death ward? If you do, I'll take, or freedom, just tell me which one and I'll take the other one. I'll do the other one. Oh, you got both. Look at you.
Healy spec cleric build. Got more buffage.
Got how's your, oh, I was gonna say, how's your soundburst DCs? So I think this is the life that we have to go this way. Apparently not. I have to say, I'm really pleased that you guys are all sticking around. That's part of the reason why we started doing the Samius Afterdark so late, was so you guys could hang out get to midnight or so in the Eastern time zone. Or, sorry, Pacific time zone. Plus, my head tends to hurt a little bit less this late, but I'm hungry and tired as balls. You missed some fun ones tonight, Shu. We did the pit. We did Gwylands. I think what else like really special we did. Whoop. Those might be the two specialist ones. Yesterday we did Tier de Con. We did all the side options and then failed towards the end. Sing it, Babalu. Yeah. So have you used the level 10 weapons that have the vampirism from Ravenloft in a Reaper? Is there enough vampirism that you can actually get some healing out of them? That's an open question to anybody who may have an answer. I think I'm going to go ahead and shrine now. I don't think it'll be worth trying to come back. Alright, Babalu. I forgot this guy has this song. That one might be really good for you. I don't know. Could save you a little bit of mana. Could save you 10% on your car insurance. I don't know. So who's taking the ride at 20 this life?
I'm not sure. Probably one of the ones that are currently at 15. Three.
The bard actually fascinated, guys. That's nice. All right. Roar. This is where I miss having D-door. Just run down there and then D-door and poof right back to the quest.
Yeah, I can D-door.
It's fine. It's not that far of a run. So the real question is this character even close to this chain, or did we just make it where you're now red boxing the whole chain? You must also be having difficulties understanding me occasionally. Alright, last quest for the night, boys and girls, cats and dogs. Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening. If everything goes according to plan, tomorrow will be a WoW day. I think my brother said he was available tomorrow, so hopefully that'll work out. Alright, let's do it too. I'm not going to worry about these side tunnels.
Leroy Jenkins.
I will do this though. If this guy's in there, then it's a little pile of XP. If not, it's just a collectible. So I guess that means he's in the previous one? I don't know. I don't remember exactly how those things work. Damn it, man. My job is to kill the monsters, not to know where they are. That was a good sound burst.
That was a sonic blast from your bard.
That was an even better sonic blast. Can I assume you can't jump?
Heavy armor. I don't know what this jump thing is that you speak of.
I don't know if there are monsters up here other than collectible monsters. Yeah, it looks like nay. Looks like only collectible monsters today, boys. Huh, somebody's a helper. Help us find some fragments. Getting some sweet triple taps in. Let's see, our double strike currently is not super high. So one of the things I would change, we get a few more points to invest in Bashante.
Bye, Titan.
He was here earlier, then he crashed out, and I think he probably fell asleep.
He's gonna...
Unless you finish that with a good pantsing, I'm gonna be disappointed. This is where Shu runs around the back of the quest. Why? Oh! I get rickety wrecked. Alright, the name Scorpion's not here. Alright, kids. Well, with that, I think we'll get our end reward and we'll call it an evening. Yeah, we're one loading screen away. I'll say special thanks to our new subscriber, Splashmaster. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And I don't want to forget Jin Alexander's generous donations tonight. Also very cool. Appreciate those as well. If you would like to, you know, be part of the stream, you can join us on Discord. Discord.me/SamusGurobo is the Discord channel. Of course, you can also be on Sarlona and level appropriate, and you can play. We'll be back tomorrow around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, hopefully for some HOTS. I want to basically play with my brother until we kind of get to the point where I can wander around and do whatever. I'm not sure if we're out of the tutorial area yet. I'm not level 20, I don't think, over there, so I don't want us to be separated and having to redo stuff while he has to do it, or he has to like zerg through things to catch up to me and stuff like that. So hopefully he'll be available tomorrow. We can get some HOTS in, and I guess talk to this guy. Otherwise, the plan will basically be to DDO tomorrow at 10. And I'm not sure what we'd play if he's not there to play WoW with us tomorrow, to be honest. Probably either more DDO or something. I don't know. I have to play that by ear, I guess. But that's my plan. My plan is to do that tomorrow with Derek. Shu, thanks for hanging out, for what you were able to cram into your busy night. I appreciate it. And with that, you guys, I have got to get something to eat, or I'm going to start. You'll be able to hear my stomach on microphone here pretty soon. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I didn't see anybody else streaming DDO. Let me do one last follow. Nope. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Doodles.